$155 plus shipping, paid less than $1. I mean, come on. Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mitt Flips, where I'm a stay-at-home dad and a part-time eBay reseller. And every 100 subscribers is a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure to subscribe so you have a chance to win. I have 12 orders going out because one just came in. And again, a fabulous sales day, over $500 in sales, but this time it's for like 9 less items, so that's even better. Less things to pack, more money. That is double awesome. I also have 5 TCG player orders going out for about $25 in profit, so that's always good to have a little extra money. I sold a DVD player on Marketplace this morning for $10 because I just wanted it gone. I probably paid $5 for it though, so not a great deal. You will notice, or you won't, now you will, giant mess over here. And the reason there's a giant mess over here and things look a little different is because my father spent yesterday turning this door into a window, which is awesome because now I can get an air conditioner and not sweat to death. The door will come off at some point once I insulate further and deal with all that and buy a curtain and those kinds of things. But for now, it's nice to still be able to close it off. But yeah, that is a huge awesome from my dad. And yeah, I've been periodically, actually I sold another DVD player for $10 4 days ago. I've been periodically picking an electronic and putting it on Marketplace to just get rid of them. At this point, the electronics I've made the money from. What's left is either not desirable, market's just not there for it. You know, there's a bunch of different options, but I need this space more than I need this 9 units. You know, there's probably, and at this point, I don't think any of those are worth more than $50. You know, nothing real high end. So if I clear all those out and I make, how many did I say? 9 of them. If I turn that into just $100 and just unload them and I get that space, that's much better for me, because also this shelf is actually empty. It appears to be full of things, but that's just things that could disappear today. So if I could empty both those shelves, get them out of here. I might move one of them over there because it will fit now that that's not a door, it's a window. So I don't need to be able to open and close it. So I might put one over there. Either way, get those out of here, get me some more space to work with, expand, breathe, whatever the reason is. But let's pull some orders. C6 Harley Davidson motorcycle bag. Right up here, I got this at the same time I got these boots. This bag I actually paid up for. They wanted, I think, $10. I paid $5. I couldn't find this exact one. I think this is supposed to be a tool bag, but on the inside, it looks like somebody was using it as a makeup bag, which I did. Just cut my ankle on something. I don't even know what I kicked, but it definitely hurts. Ow. I don't know what that was. But I put that in the description that it does appear that it has some type of makeup residue, like powder or something on the inside. And it's still sold. $29.99 free shipping. I don't think that was my asking price, but I don't recall. Next up, it's a book. The Layman's Parallel Bible. It is this big old book right over here. And this Bible I got, actually I think I got it at the same sale I got that. So I paid, I don't know, 50-ish cents. The books I just made a pile and said, you know, give me a fair deal. Put it in with the rest of my stuff. But I think it was around 50 cents a book, maybe even 25 cents. But either way, $16.99 free shipping. That will, of course, go media mail. The changeover, speaking of shipping, the changeover from first class package to now, what are they calling it? Ground Advantage, USPS Ground Advantage, I think that's what it's called. I went in and I changed all my shipping policies and added Ground Advantage as an option. I changed my first class shipping to it is ground. I still kept it as 2 separate ones because anything under £1 I'm still going to be doing free shipping on. So I made sure to keep them separate, but it's technically Ground Advantage all the way through. I added it to my listings that were normally priority. I added it as an option to my listings that were FedEx, UPS type of stuff, because even on some of those, depending on where it goes, it's competitive. And I expected a flood of sales. Actually, this is a great sales day, but I made the change 6 days ago. So maybe it took a couple days to go into effect. You know how eBay is. Everything's on a delay, and when they change stuff, it, you know, kills all the whatever. Let's not complain about that. It's a great sales day. But I expected a flood of sales because I get, I don't know, 5 messages a week of I would buy this item, but the shipping is extremely high. And I always go, it's not my shipping. What do you want from me? I will gladly take less money for the item, but the shipping is non-negotiable. Like I'm magically gonna come up with a new, yeah, I'll just invent a new way to ship this thing. I put in the dimensions and the weights. It is what it is. So I expected this big flood of sales on items where, you know, that extra $2 to $5 difference off of the shipping was going to be the difference in the purchase price. You know, make up that spread, and nothing. Butt kiss. When I first did it, I had a terrible sales day. I had like 0 because yeah, I took off a day of filming because I had 3 orders to go out, and that ain't worth turning the camera on for. I shipped them and moved on with my day to doing other household things. I was not really wanting to do it for the stuff that I normally ship USPS priority, though, because the boxes. I think that's something people are forgetting, is that free USPS boxes, priority boxes, and to those of you that don't know, don't use those for Ground Advantage. It will get sent back to your house. Those are priority boxes. If it goes in a priority box, you have to pay for priority shipping. Doesn't matter if it is still USPS. It's not the same. You are paying for the extra for the expedited shipping and for the free box. My thought was I'm going to run it for a while. If the sales go up, I'll deal with it. I can get boxes. I just don't want to store boxes. I used to always have boxes around. If it becomes a pain, I will switch back to priority because it's not a huge difference on a lot of them. You know, I'll make an extra on some sales. I'm making an extra 50 cents because I'm making an extra $1.50, but I got to provide the box. So I don't know. Feeling it out. We'll see how it goes. Next up is a game, Zoo Tycoon 2. Zoo Tycoon 2. This right here. And I got this when I purchased another game. This was like tucked inside of it. So that is cost of goods $0. And I think that ended up being worth more than the game I actually bought. $11.69 free shipping. Next up, here's the first one of the big sales. And I say first one because there's a few of them. It is vintage 1960s Pyrex blue barcode. Right here, this set. I won't get it down right now because that's going to take me a minute to pack. And I don't want to risk anything happening to it. Funny thing. Sent out an offer to somebody for $149.99, and seconds later, someone bought it, but not for $149.99, for $157.49, which was the 10% sale price. So, bonus money again. And speaking of Pyrex and cool Pyrex, this set right here that's super expensive, I was watching an auction. It was the 3-piece set, and 2 of them, these 2 specifically, not the bigger one, the pattern, it didn't look wore out. I don't think that's a thing people fake. I don't think there's like counterfeit Pyrex. If you were going to counterfeit one, that would be the one to do it, but I don't think that's a thing. But it didn't look wore out. The pattern looked smudged almost. So I put in a bid because the bid was very low. It ended up going, the 3-piece set went for $310 plus shipping, which is well below market value because individually some of them sell around $300. So I was definitely interested in buying them, but because the 2 just looked off and the seller didn't have great reviews, and I had put in a bid of like $275, and that was my cap, because at $275 I could have sold the big one or added it to this listing, and then I could have sold the lids, and then still it would have been a wash. So at that price I was like, okay, that's worth at least the risk, the shot. But I wasn't going above that. But I was still shocked that it went for $310. But something like that, like a collectible or something you put on display, the condition matters immensely. And those ones are beautiful. The ones that sold, not so good. Next up, A1A Beachfront Avenue. Titleist something. Club cover. It is, I think this one. It is a Titleist H8, I think it's I. 8i. I8, that could be a 1, but usually 1s, when you put them on a product, you may get the fancy one with the hat and the shoes. I've never described it as that, but if I needed to really tell somebody what the fancy one looks like, it's like a 1 with a hat and shoes. $17.09 free shipping. Next up, A1 is a SnapOn OEX 58. SnapOn OEX 58. I need to move this television before I step on it, and I'm going to move it over here and then step on it anyways. Let me double check that listing. Oh, it's just because it's very zoomed out. It's like, it didn't look red, and there's only red ones down there. So, what'd I say again? OEX 58. That was about to be panic mode. Like I randomly shipped the wrong wrench to somebody. You'd have to really mess up to do that. All right, is this one right here. SnapOn OEX 58 1 13/16 big boy wrench. And I paid, oh, now I don't remember. Yeah, I think I paid 50 bucks a piece. And I got 6 of them. I paid 300 bucks. I think that's what it was. And I sold one already for around $75, and that one I just sold for $99.99 plus shipping. Next up, C3 is a Treasure Garden CP902. I hope I have one. C1, 2, 3. CP. Maybe it's one of these ones down here. CP902. There we go. Which I think that other one is as well, but it was a return, so I have to repackage it. But I have to grab a couple more of these from storage if I still have some. But yeah, CP902, 9 foot. Yes, there we go. $22.49 plus shipping. I got these in a big umbrellas and fire pit cover buy long time ago. I lucked out, and the first one that sold was the most expensive one in the lot, and it paid for almost all of them. And so it's just been trickling in of profits ever since. So it's been pretty good. $22.49 plus shipping, if I didn't say. Next up, B2 is a camera lens for a Pentax mount something. B2 camera lens, bingo bango. Driving a Durango. Right here, I'm not going to pull it out. You know what a camera lens looks like. It looks like a camera lens. That's a category I very much wish I had more knowledge on, because I pass on camera lens accessories and lenses constantly because I just don't know. Because some of them are worth nothing, and some of them are worth thousands. It's a very large range. For that one right there, though, $15.99 plus shipping. Next up, just sold the other day, C5 is a Hoover Type Y vacuum bag. This one here, only want one. And I got these in a Mikhail mystery box. I was hoping to sell them in multiple quantities, but it is what it is. Still pretty good money when we paid less than $1. $10.79 free shipping. Next up, this one makes me very happy. C1 is a Dumont square brooch bit. And it is this funny looking feller right here. This also came in a Mikhail mystery box, so I paid less than $1. That thing right there sat on this shelf right here for months. And I want to say like 6 months, but a long, long time. This was back when Jen was still listing and I was listing. We just kept passing on it, like, ugh, blah, 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 blah. It just kept getting moved to the side. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. That just happens. Just something looks like it's more work than it's going to be, or you can't find it right away, or whatever the reason is. It just kept getting passed on, and it sat around. Then I started running out of inventory, finally got to it, and I don't remember what I listed it for, but I remember listing it high, and I just got, because they just paid, but they bought it like 2 days ago, $155 plus shipping, paid less than $1. I mean, come on. This is it. This is what you do it for. This is how you can be a successful reseller. The random thing. This stuff pays your bills. You know, not so much this one, but this stuff. This pays your bills. This puts the food in the cupboards. This buys your kids a nice Christmas toy. That's the icing. That's what you need. That's how it goes from being a grind and just a horrible way to live your life to, oh, okay, this actually works. You have to, every once in a while, get that score that you paid pennies for, or very little, and you get a lot of money for it. You have to mix those in. Or you could sell clothing and work on crazy volume that you'd have to have a warehouse. I can't do it. And I didn't mention, but this set of Pyrex I paid $8 for. I actually currently have an offer right now for this one for $80, but I don't think I'm gonna take less than $100 for that set because it's pristine. I don't think it's ever been used at all. Next up, B3I is a Tommy Bahama sunglasses case, and talk about from one end of the spectrum to the other. It is this one right here. I got this for free as a throw-in with those vintage bed sheets I got, and at the same sale that my father picked up the pink Amish butter print. So that was a cost of $0, $8.99 free shipping. And speaking of $8.99 free shipping, B3F is Go Gator replacement bags. I just sold some of these the other day. And this is the time of year to sell them. You know, you pull out your Go Gator for the open house or the family reunion or the camping trip, and you realize, oh, one of the bags is missing or one of the bags is ripped, whatever the reason is, then I've got them. $8.99 free shipping on that one right there. I've actually got a super busy day today, so that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other. Just really neat. Hey, Jeep. Do they ever really fix things? I have no idea what this is. What do I care? Let's go. I'm good at this.